Good morning, everyone. We know what day it is. It is Full Scale Friday. This is the weekend reading, so this reading should take you throughout the entire weekend. That out of the way. Also, if you would like your own personal reading, you get 2 readings and a birthday reading. Link to the Amazon wishlist is in the description down below. If you send me a deck, I do your readings with that deck. Okay? That out of the way. While I'm setting up here, I want to talk for a minute about something that's been a little bit on my mind. Might have mentioned this, but Shadiversity. That channel just released a video about YouTube's algorithm and what's going on with it. Now, I'm going to say this channel is small, and that is fine by me. I've said this before, I'll say it again, and I'll still mean it every time. I don't need 1 million, I just need you. Would it be nice to have 1 million eyes on this channel at any given time? Sure. But these days, doing the triple digit thing, it's alright by me. Because if those, like say, 100 to 200 people are able to change their lives for the better, work on themselves, you working on yourself, you watching this right now, if you're able to do that and it improves things for you, I'm happy. I'm happy keeping it where it is and doing it like this. Scalagrim also kind of joined in the discussion, so Scalagrim has entered the room and pitched in his 2 cents. And I'd like to pitch in mine if you don't mind. Keep in mind, none of this is a real complaint. I'm just going to be showing you what it's like. These videos usually range anywhere from about sometimes less than 10 minutes, sometimes up to almost an hour. None of it is ever prepared. I'm talking none of it. Like, I don't look at, I'm not, here today going, well, you know what, I'm going to use the Moonology deck on Monday. I mean, we know I'm going to use a Moonology deck on Monday. And then I'm thinking, for Straight Tarot Tuesday, haven't really used the Good Tarot in a while. Probably should use that one. No, I select decks on the morning of. But here's the thing, I have to get up. And I have to get up about 4 to 5 hours before I'm actually going to leave for work. So, if I have to be at work for 10 a.m., like this morning, I try to be up about 5 a.m. Yep, 5 a.m. So I get everything done. I get the video shot. That takes however long it takes. Get it over to the computer. Have to take a picture of this and send it over to the computer so I have a point of reference. Compose the text. Come up with a title. Edit that thumbnail. That's why it looks the same almost every day. The one-take uncut nature of this, the raw footage, and it's raw footage. It's not beefed up. I think I turned the volume up a little bit because the microphone is just, it's not great. But anyway, all of this is done on a little Sony Handycam. It's edited on a computer. And when I can remember to put something in here or put an image up on screen when I tell you I'm going to do it, that takes time. But everything is in a project, so all the files are there. That way I can take out the old footage, put in the new footage, make sure the volume's adjusted, make sure that the little elements you see here on the screen for the social media, make sure they're there. I hit export, and then the video starts rendering. Then, from whichever deck I have over here, out just off camera, or just out of, yeah, so you can see one of them right here. Right here where my hand is. If I select this deck, that means I gotta put all this away, shuffle this deck again, and that's what I do. I shuffle all of them before we lay them out. I'm over there at the desk, and then I do the 1 minute summary of one card, tell you how it links up to the video that I'm doing today. Encourage my viewers there to go check it out. Then I wait for the video to render down. Once that's done, then I have to upload. And I'm uploading, and I have to make sure all the titles are correct, the hashtags are there, the the spots for links to be deployed are there. Upload, and hey, let me tell you, sometimes it makes me dig for that video. It makes me dig for that thumbnail. Once everything's uploaded, we're usually waiting. We're waiting on everybody to get processed and posted and visible. And in the meantime, I'm grabbing links, putting them below the hashtags on my little notepad there. And then it's, once that last link goes live, it's copy, paste, and get after it. And I'm also grabbing bits of HTML code for, I think it's speakyourmindhere.com. Moral of the story, there's a lot of work that goes on. It takes time for videos to render. It takes time for videos to upload. Those are two things I have absolutely no control over. So it can take a while. And then sometimes BitChute's on top of its game, and it'll take about 10 minutes for that 45-minute video I did to boom go live. Some days though, I could post it at 9:30 in the morning and it doesn't go live until 6 p.m. That has happened before. I've seen it. It's crazy. And I'm not complaining about any of it. What I'm trying to tell you is, this isn't just shoot a video, throw it up on YouTube, and hope something sticks. This isn't set up. Not in any way, shape, or form. The whole thing was designed to be done very quickly, very efficiently. So a lot of it is copy and paste, remove some things, put some things in, try to do it one take uncut. You know how this goes. There are channels like Scalagrim and Shadowversity. They have to do research, they have to prepare, they spend hours looking at things, they have to nutshell everything, because attention spans since TikTok are just, yeah. It's why I don't look at analytics, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't care. I'm posting this, and if it's of value to you, you will decide that. If not, you'll click off and move on to the next thing. Or if you're on Cloud Hub, you'll tell me how demonic I am, and on ad nauseum. But anyway, for these videos, there's a lot of work that goes into these. For someone else's videos, a lot more work goes into it. So, in my opinion, they deserve every view they get, every like, every comment, every subscription. I think they've earned it. Me, I've got a day job, so I have to kind of work around that. Now, with that being said, I still do it every day. Have been doing it for over a year, and I will still do it. Barring unforeseen circumstances, I will keep doing it. That's my promise to you. Alright, so with that out of the way, I want to say happy birthday to a few people. First, happy birthday to John over at the Basic Expert channel. Many happy returns there. today, and that was his birthday was yesterday. I didn't realize it until kind of late last night. But I hope his birthday was the happiest it's ever been, and I hope many more just become happier every year. Secondly, happy birthday to Captain Greybeard, whose 51st birthday is today. Hopefully, many, many more to come. And I just spoke with him about the new D&D movie, which, let me put it this way, the trailer has me cautiously optimistic, but I'm leaning more on the caution than the optimism. Let's just put it that way. And then tomorrow, I'm sure you remember me mentioning and shouting out Eric for the rather beautiful gift of the rune cards. His birthday is tomorrow. So tomorrow I will be waking up kind of early, and I will be doing the birthday reading. Eric, if you're tuning into this, I'll be doing that birthday reading for you tomorrow. And then tomorrow night at 7 p.m. live stream, it'll be me and DM Blackwall talking about the Justinian Plague, amongst other things. And tonight, I got a game, and I really want to get this thing out the way for you, and I want you to enjoy it. I'm kind of excited about this weekend. You want to know why? I'm going a little traditional for this weekend's reading. I've got Uncommon Tarot, I've got Starseed Oracle, Viking Oracle, Spirit Animal, and Runes. We're going right back to where it all started. Alright, so let's see what we got today. Starting with you. The Halls. Now, you're putting through a lot of sacrifices. Isn't it interesting? I just talked about YouTube content creation. What goes into it? Yes, we sacrifice time. We sacrifice time, we sacrifice money, I mean, the equipment doesn't come free, right? It's a fact. When you're creative, when you're exercising that godlike power to create, you are going to sacrifice some things. Time, money, sometimes your very sanity. Roll that sanity check, Call of Cthulhu. And sometimes friends and family, time with them, you're going to sacrifice that. Sometimes you'll sacrifice sleep. Sometimes you'll sacrifice getting that breakfast in the morning. It happens. But all those sacrifices, all that hard work, eventually it does pay off. No matter who stands in your way, when your heart is pure for what you create, everything else will fall by the wayside. Okay? Look at WWE wrestler The Undertaker. His character was iconic for 30 years. No one has ever had that kind of longevity. No one has ever been that relevant that long. And now in a recent interview, he talks about how he wasn't there for his kids at times. That's a tough thing. But he was always pursuing his dream. And it's one of the regrets I'm sure he has. However, it makes me, as a fan, even more appreciative. So, how are we guided through those sacrifices? By knowing you're part of something bigger, by taking a look at the bigger picture, by knowing you belong, and that you are deeply rooted in your passion, your drive, and your desire. And that's what Yggdrasil, the world tree, is all about. It's all about connections. You're going to have to see those connections. That's why I say zoom out. Take a look at the bigger picture. Okay, well, I'm putting this on the line. That means this, that, and the third should kind of follow suit. You can kind of analyze those trends yourself. Same as these. That's what we're doing. We're analyzing trends, right? What can we emulate in nature? We all want to give someone a piece of our mind. We all want to share something somewhere. Do that very wisely. The pig spirit. And we need to keep that in mind because it's important. If we're putting all of our mental processes towards stuff that wastes our time, we're not doing anyone any favors, least of all ourselves. So, let's have a look at what's going on in the mind. Well, we've got an 8 of Wands in reverse, we got a 2 of Coins, and we've got the Moon. So, this looks to me like burnout. This was a lot that came at y'all at once, and then suddenly it's, okay, no. It's too much, too soon. Back away. Jeez, give me a minute. Jeez, give me a minute. Yeah. I know, I say that a lot. Just give me a minute. Because, I'm the kind of guy that I will have a lot come at me fast at work. And just for the record, I could tell you what a person's kind of emotional maturity is like when I hear something like, here's this information, here's that information, here's this information, here's that information. I only ask for the first piece. Do you see it? Is it there? Oh, what's going on? Why aren't you talking? Like, dude, you unloaded all that to me in 5 seconds. Believe it or not, when I order a book, let's say I order some books on Hulu, or Lulu, I'm sorry, not Hulu, jeez. Streaming services, yep. But let's say I order some books from Lulu.com. Now, I know it's going to take time. And if I go to the website, and I go to where my order is, and I click on the details of that order, it will tell me, this is the estimated shipping time. This is about the time we estimate it'll ship out. This is when we estimate it'll arrive. Okay. They're not Amazon Prime. They don't have that kind of service. They ship via UPS. I get it. What's not going to change things is me sitting there constantly clicking refresh. That's not going to help anything. Even when they notify me, hey, your order has shipped. I go to the tracking link, I look, and it's probably been on the road a couple of days already. And I can sit there and hit refresh all day long, but it's not going to help anything. It's not going to make it arrive any sooner. I need to give them time. I need to give them time to produce those books. I need to give them time to ship. I need to give UPS time to get it to me. By the way, they tell me that my next 3 books will be here on Tuesday. I'll be honest with you, would I rather them arrive today or tomorrow? Oh yeah. I would love for them to be here on the weekend, but let's face it, I got a full plate this weekend. I don't think I'm going to have time to sit down and read them, so it's fine. Maybe I'll finish Welcome to St. Cloud in the meantime. By the way, that's a really good RPG if you like Twin Peaks. But here's the thing. We need to have a little more patience with ourselves and others because of this. This is a juggling act. It's a choice you're going to have to make. You can choose one or the other, or you can choose to juggle. And let me tell you something, when you're in the middle of that juggle, that's where this burnout comes from, when you're constantly juggling something. The action here looks like you need to make a decision, something that will be best for you. And no matter which way you cut it, it's going to be a rather dark and scary time. Right now I'm juggling this channel and my day job. And if I were to quit my day job, this card would look very scary to me. If I quit this channel, this card would still look very scary to me. The thing is that fear is all in your mind. Let's look at what's going on here. Well, we've got a wise one in reverse. I've got a star and I've got a page of wands. The wise one is not one I've seen before, so I'm going to have to kind of give that a look. Here we go. So, right now you're trying to go your own way. You're trying to turn your back on old traditions. You're trying to forge a new path. But the thing is, I know you're kind of looking for your guru here, but it's not necessary because those keys or anything to, if they're any indication, you hold the keys to your own destiny right now. While you're trying to go your own way, things are going to look pretty good for you. Rather than go with the moon is in your mind right now, but the star is right there. This is all about taking your time to come out. The star is at the center of attention here. Notice that? Right here in the center of the reading, it's the star. Bang. It's the center stage. It's front and center. Center of attention. Bang. That's you. That's your action. That's what you need to do. You need to be stepping up into that role. And then with that page of wands, kind of looking over some new horizons there, aren't you? You're looking out at some new lands, and you're going to have to cross kind of a bit of a desert to get there. And you're full of ideas. You're ready to act on them. So this new creative venture here is very possible. So you're going to have a very, very fiery personality bringing something to the table. This is really good news. Remember when I said the worry, the fear, the anxiety, it's all in your mind. It is. Let go of it. It's not helping you. In fact, if anything, it's probably hurting you. Right here in the spiritual, we have an Ace of Coins, an Eight of Swords, and an Empress. So, now this is very real. This is very practical. You're going to have a brand new opportunity here. Even though this is in the spiritual, this pertains to something very physical in your life. So always keep that in mind. The practicality is everything right now. Because right now your problems seem a lot bigger than what they really are. Remember, just shimmy, shake, rip the blindfold off, step between the swords. You're going to be fine. Stop making mountains out of molehills. It's not going to help anything. Nurturing those creative ideas. Remember, we're talking about godlike energy again. That godlike power to create. And the Empress loves to be the nurturing aspect. The Emperor is usually the hard ass, the authoritarian. The Emperor can rule very justly, but the Emperor is always looking over his shoulder for that one treacherous being who's ready to just, knife him in the back. That's why underneath his robes he's wearing armor. The Empress is different. She is very much in tune with her nature. She's in tune with herself. She is sure of herself, and she can nurture and bring things along. And that's where you're going to end up, as long as you can get rid of all that worry, all that doubt, all that fear. You need to just let it go, because again, it doesn't serve you. It is not aiding a survival instinct at this point. At this point, it is hindering you in a big, big way. It's keeping you from taking that center stage again. So let's see what's happening in your Starseed Oracle. I'm just going to go ahead and flip them all over. Wow. Okay. So right now, mentally, you're actually on the right. You know what your right path is. You could cut through all that darkness. Guess what? The moon is a very dark time, but you still have illumination. And it is happening, but you've got to keep holding your vision. Your vision is going to be the main focus of it's going to be the thing that drives you. Without that vision, if you start doubting it, it's going away. And look what's happening in the physical right now. Birthing creations. What happens when you birth a creation? Got to nurture it. It's got to go somewhere. You can't just abandon it and expect it to take life of its own. You have to be supportive of it. As much as the universe is supporting you right now, you've got to reciprocate. You're going to have a lot of extremes pulling you in opposite direction. North and south, east and west, right, left, left and right and wrong. I mean, it's all going to be pulling at you. Here's the key. Embrace them all. Nothing pisses off an extreme more like this is spiritually, you kind of just flowing for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if Laguz pops up, to be honest with you. This is you embracing the extremity. It might not be other people. It might be elements, hot, cold, wet, dry. This card is where you not only give yourself over to it, but you find balance in it. It's amazing what you find when you're just not exactly looking for it, right? You're looking for that one trinket or something like that was given to you. That little keychain that you swore you threw it in a box. And then one day, after you've given up the search, you find it. You gave up the search. And it just kind of showed up, right? Glitch in the Matrix story. A guy left his wedding ring on the sink in a hotel room. Turns around, he lost it. He searched that hotel room up one end, down the other. And it just wasn't there. So he ends up getting a replacement ring from the same jeweler. He comes home. A couple of years later, he's lost some weight, so that ring was constantly slipping off his finger. Anyway, he's cleaning his couch, pulls the couch cushions to flip them over so he can get rid of all the debris on them, and he finds the ring in his couch. It's amazing what you'll look for when you quit searching for it, right? Remember, you have what it takes. Why are you trying to look to someone else? It's your sacrifices that got you here. We have Ingvaz, Isa, and Uruz. Okay, so no Laguz, but we do have a bit of unity here. Remember what I said about juggling? We got the juggling act, we've got this surrender here. How about just bringing it all together? This is where you find balance. You're going to have to find it in your mind first. You've got to get it clear in your mind that the juggling act can burn you out. Just kind of go with what works. Find that nice happy medium. You can shed a lot of the extreme stuff and just kind of go with what works. What's reasonable? Physically, it's Isa though. This is where it's going to take a little time. Yes, you can emerge, but you might plateau for a while. That's perfectly alright. There's nothing wrong with plateauing. That's where we find our most deep, introspective, reflective moments. That's where we figure out how to overcome those blocks. And they are to be overcome. But you're going to need strength. The strength of the Auroch bull. You're seeking that freedom right now. You've got to dig deep for it. And that's what this is. This is telling you. All the sacrifices you've made so far, you're going to have to dig a little bit deeper. You're going to have to use your mind. Don't let it use you. Control your thoughts or they will control you. Because the actions that you take are going to be plainly evident. Something in my personal religion that we talk about a lot, we are our deeds. Guess what? That's even reflected in Christianity. By their deeds you will know them. Spiritually speaking, I think you're making mountains out of molehills, and you really need to stop that. Dig deep and find that strength in there. Find that strength and really kind of nourish your own creation. The sacrifices you make will eventually pay off. Don't worry so much about it. This weekend, maybe take a little time to reflect, a little time to meditate. You're going to be just fine. Alright, so that is it for me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you'll join me for the live stream this weekend, 7 p.m. Eastern, Saturday night. Bring your favorite beverage, whether it's tea, whether it's coffee, or, hey, I'm not going to begrudge you if you bring an ice cold beer. I probably will be too. Just remember, I love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up, and as always, shine on. Have a wonderful weekend.